It is about Osun State. It is about the 2026 election. It's about the governor of the state, Ademola Adeleke. Why did Adeleke not move to APC? Why Accord? Is Adeleke making giant strides in the governance of Osun State? His senior special assistant and the head of Bureau of Social Services is on State Affairs. Chief Akintunde Bello Sheriff, good to have you on State Affairs.
Good afternoon, sir. Ademola Bello. I am very happy to be here this afternoon. May I say that I have plethora and let me say uncountable record of radio appearance, podcast appearances. But this is a record worthy one for me because this is outside the domain of Osun State. We are back at our source because Oyo State was our foundation as Osun State. So I am glad to be here. Good afternoon to all the listeners and the viewers at home, wherever this streaming is reaching, home and abroad.
We are happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
How is Osun?
Osun is calm, Osun is happy, Osun is good. Ademola Adeleke is working and saying his believing. The people who are feeling it, we are glad.
2026 is here. August 2026, the gubernatorial election. Is the governor ready?
His Excellency Ademola Adeleke has over the years been always ready. You know, this election cannot be his first. When it comes to election victory, election winning, give it to Senator Governor Asiwaju Ademola Jackson Nurudeen Adeleke. He has participated in about 3 elections till date. The upcoming one in August, by the grace of God, will mark his 4th general election. And of course, he has undergone like 4 shadow elections. So by and large, if you do a summation, you have 8 appearances of contest. That wasn't ordinary. He's a giant in the game. He's an Iroko. And he has the winning methodology. In 2017, he came on board on the political scene, not as an amateur anyway. You know, like a monarchy. In the monarchy style of governance, power is bequeathed. When you are on the throne as a king, by way of biological bonding, your own offspring is a future king. Similarly, even though governance authority as it relates to His Excellency Governor Ademola Adeleke is not family linked. It's not because he came from a particular background, that's why he's governor. Where we are only trying to make a similar illustration that to confess to the prowess of His Excellency and his capacity. What do I mean is that in monarchy system of governance, you can be a leader, and by way of your leadership, your child is a potential leader too. The point I am trying to make is that even by 2017, when Governor Ademola Adeleke came on the political scene, he was not a newbie at that time.
But you also recognize that the Adeleke family is like a political dynasty.
I am coming to that as at 2017, so that we can educate the mind
by
of
the
our...
2017 you were talking about when he went to the Senate. Remember, he took the place of his elder brother.
That is what I'm trying to say. Before 2017 at all, Adeleke was not a newbie. He was not a stranger or an amateur just coming on board. He had seen it all with his late brother, the first civilian governor of Osun State, late Senator Isiaka Adetunde Adeleke. You understand? So there are fundamental decisions or interests taken at that time that this current governor was a part of. A number of people who wanted to meet or know the then governor, then senator, his elder brother, they had to come through this current governor. So for a governor who was so sensitive to be able to assert himself and play a role in the leadership of his elder brother, coming on board in 2017 in his own personal name wasn't a tedious task.
No, when you say personal name, I still want to take you back to that family as a dynasty. You know, in a dynasty, they assign roles. There's somebody pulling the strings and they assign roles. So while the brother was there, he was assigned role and he carried out his role well. Perhaps that's what you had the point you're trying to make.
Of course, that exactly is my point, that he came on the center stage as an elected senator in 2017. However, prior 2017, he has been a natural leader who underwent all local intrigues of politics, and he has come with a full dose of maturity as a politician. So he won his election in 2017 with a landslide victory margin, winning record 9 local governments out of 10 local governments.
You know, at that point, he had to move from APC
to PDP. Before he moved into the PDP was barely a struggling party in Osun State. It was Ademola Adeleke that came into PDP and make it very, very formidable. Post 2010, when the previous PDP government was deposed in Osun State, the party, suffered some what I call natural imbalances. To the credit of Ademola Adeleke and the glory of God, he was able to turn around the fortune of PDP in 2017 by winning for that party, and that party instantly became a sinusoid of ice again across Osun State. After his victory, don't forget that his town, where he comes from, is a natural bed of support for any party he features in. In 2020,
you're talking about Ede?
Yes, Ede. Ede is a prominent town in Osun State, and Ede has been meticulously loyal to anywhere the Adelekes are facing and heading. And that doesn't just happen. It is because the Adelekes are tested, they are proven family who have come to the aid of the town times and times again. So Adeleke winning in 2017, for example, he improved the fortune of the PDP, and since then the PDP was waxing stronger and stronger. That led us in 2018, where he won the first ballot for the governorship election. He won that first ballot to the joy of the Osun State people, and we are waiting for his declaration before other scheming, was introduced.
Was he rigged out in the 2018 election?
Till tomorrow, an average Osun State person believes that Ademola Adeleke was the person voted in 2018.
So what happened?
You see, I for one, let me tell you a plain fact that I was at that INEC Collation Center where we were waiting for the winner to be pronounced. I recall well that the the agent of the SDP, the fellow who stood in for the SDP candidate in that year, had come out of the hall to congratulate me. He's a known name, but I don't want to mention his name now. But people at home who may be watching me from Osun State know who I am talking about. He came here already congratulated me that Adeleke had won just before the whole game changed again. It was the first chancellor of Federal University of Technology Akure who was the returning officer of that election, one Professor Fuakpe. Only him can explain where the gap came in from, but the result were already prepared, and he was ready to pronounce the winner, which was Ademola Adeleke, until something happened. Under live television, live coverage, we saw him receiving a phone call. We encourage the press to find out if Akwe is still alive, who phoned him at that point, what was the message at that point. And we believe that it was that phone call that derailed the democratic process.
Do you know who phoned him?
People said a lot of things, but I cannot establish, since I wasn't directly involved. But Fuakwe received that phone call, and that derailed the entire democratic process. Mind you, late President Buhari will later come less than a year after that time, some months after that time, to campaign for his own 2019 presidential election, where he openly said under live coverage that the election was won with the aid of remote control. In other words, what Buhari was telling us was that election was rigged in favor of the so-called winner at that time.
That's your interpretation.
He said it was...
Remote control can be anything.
No, remote control, you and I know that if you remote control something, you have actually, influenced it in a way that you wanted.
Perhaps they use remote control on SDP and Omishori.
No.
It can also mean that.
Let me tell you the fora where. Let me tell you the fora where the late president made that disclosure for you to appreciate the significance and gravity of what he said. It was at the government house, the Osun State government house, where the then governor Gboyega Oyetola was seated, and the Ooni of Ife was also around as the chairman of the traditional institution in Osun State. And Buhari said the 2018 governorship election was so tough that it had to be remote control before they could get the answer. So the Osun State people knew what that they knew the interpretation to that. But we give God the glory. We have moved on. After 4 years, we came. And don't forget that at that election, the court of first instance, that was the tribunal, upheld the election of Ademola Adeleke, and declared that the certificate of return to Gboyega Oyetola be withdrawn, and Ademola Adeleke be sworn in immediately. That was Justice Sirajo, the chairman of the tribunal panel. But the rest, as they say, is now history. Because you have to wait for the Supreme Court. We came 4 years later, and it was another tsunami for Gboyega Oyetola and APC. And that could mean once beaten, twice shy. And that was the reason why the man is too afraid to come out this time around, because constitutionally is still enabled by law to come and seek fresh mandate. But he's too afraid of Ademola Adeleke, because Ademola Adeleke has God and he has the people. So Oyetola shied away because of the fear of Adeleke. Any day, any time, Oyetola is not a match for Adeleke. So if Oyetola is not a match for Adeleke, no lackey of his can be a match to us. No lackey of his can be a match to us. Go and study the record and the history in Osun. There was no clear election won by Oyetola without controversy, even at the level of their party primaries. In 2018, it was held before they could install him. There was no credible primaries. That was what factionalized their party, and the ADP had to be formed at that time. That was what led to the division between him, Gboyega Oyetola, and his predecessor and leader in office, Rauf Aregbesola. Come back to 2022. Where was the credible primary election held? There wasn't any credible primary election. He was already a sitting governor. He was sitting governor. Yeah. It was that time that the popular phrase, became notoriously affirmed in Osun, that the APC people were singing Kikola Ko, that we are going to write it by fire, by force. They wrote it in their primary election, but they couldn't write it through the general election because the people are waiting. Did Adeleke write it in Ede? Well, Adeleke, for all we care to say and know, has never been afraid of any contest. Did Adeleke write it in Ede in 2022? How do you mean write it? The election was covered by observers. Observers gave record. They gave a report. It was under daylight. We won fair and clean.
The election went into the night. Why was it so?
You see, the election, you said the election went into the night. However, people are seeming to be ignorant of what the law says. What the law says is that after so time, no new person can come and join the queue. But the already seated people, the people who are already on the queue, as at the close of time, are empowered and entitled to vote by law. So, for example, if the chapter closes at 2 p.m. and the people, what the law says is that no new person can come and join queue after the 2 p.m. But the people who are there can vote till when everybody might have been attended to.
So why did it take that long?
Nobody has empirical facts as to that whatever time they are quoting. They took the outcome of that election before the trial court, before the appeal court, before the Supreme Court. They failed woefully. So by the mandate of the people, Adeleke won. By the mandate of the law, he won. By the mandate of God, he won.
Did Buhari back Adeleke in the 2022 election?
Late President Buhari was the leader of the APC.
Yes.
Adeleke contested under PDP, for God's sake.
Yes.
How could he have backed Adeleke?
There's this argument that some men in Buhari's kitchen cabinet were not happy with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so they wanted to deal with him using Osun. By this time, Tinubu had already won the primaries of the APC.
Let me tell you one thing. After that governorship election, other elections were held where Adeleke's party still won affirmatively. Was it Buhari that came to vote at that time again? We had National Assembly election where the entire House of Rep members was won by the party of the governor. The 3 senators were won by Adeleke for that party. Or we have 26 dominated assembly, what is it called? As a populated, 26 member populated assembly. Of the 26, Adeleke's party delivered 25. I tell you on good authority that the 26 to 1 was only managed to escape by other methods.
Okay, you left that for APC.
And it was in Borikwe local government.
And Article 1 in Osun.
Yes, so that tells you that did Buhari also try to influence the outcome for others. When you are popular, you are popular. Adeleke owns the street credibility in Osun State right from time, and that acceptability is only getting multiplied by the day as a result of the desperation of the characters parading themselves as leaders of APC.
So the APC should be afraid. Come August 20.
They know themselves and they are living in mortal fear.
In mortal fear.
In mortal fear, I'm telling you.
So why did Adeleke make attempts to want to join the APC?
Well, democracy is about choices. And at each given time, options and formulas prop up. What happened at that time was that Adeleke is a pan-Yoruba leader. Of course, we have a president who is also a Yoruba leader. Already Adeleke has an identity that people know, and an identity of success and performance. You understand? Many people in the elite class love him because they hear good report about the good things he's doing over in Osun State. Now, what happened was that if you look at it, by his nature, Adeleke is friend to everybody. He has no enemy to fight. So most of the APC governors love him. They relate together, they obnob. Some of these people are interested in having him in their midst. Some others, some traditional rulers, important traditional rulers, are also of the view that the Yoruba leadership must not wane. So they are admonishing the governor to give support to the leader and father of the nation, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So at that point, there was rumor everywhere whether the governor was going to cross or he was not going to cross. But nobody can say, he has on record where Adeleke told anybody that he will cross carpet to APC.
Was it rumor?
What he did was to consult extensively. he invited all the stakeholders to consult them that this is the position. What should we do? I tell you, that period was a very trying period in Osun State. I know of neutrals, apolitical people who practically immersed themselves in fasting and prayer, praying against the possibility of the governor moving into the APC. Because APC, as it were, is a party that have wrecked the people of Osun State. They have an horrible track record that the people are not happy that their governor should join.
Chief Sheriff.
And eventually God answered their prayer.
Sheriff.
That arrangement was stalemated.
Adeleke wanted to join the APC, true or false?
I have just hinted you that people of like minds who saw the rapid development going on in Osun State wanted him to come around to lend support to His Excellency the President of the Republic, but at some point in time, all those are now history.
Adeleke made attempts to join the APC. Is that not true?
The scheming was beyond what anybody in Osun State can understand. It wasn't the buying of Adeleke to leave the party in the first place. I mean, what do you have to leave the party?
He made attempts to leave the PDP to join the APC.
How? Let me ask you.
Were PDP members already celebrating that Adeleke was moving?
It was,
the APC?
Conversely, it was, you see, I won't mention name. Me personally, I knew how many people phoned me, showing joy that we are going to be one party people. Even from Oyo State here, Oyo State APC members were happy that Adeleke was going to join the APC. But as God will have it, that arrangement became stalemated just because, because
there was an arrangement.
Probably because God answered the prayer of the people. Because if that had happened, that means on a platter of gold, Adeleke would have won for that party again. And I tell you that APC in Osun State has no credibility to win any election.
I have been told that the APC told Adeleke that the only condition on which he would be admitted was that he should be ready to go for the primaries. And when he was sure the APC was not going to give him an automatic ticket, he backed out.
Let's look at it from antecedent point of view. In 2017, after the death of his elder brother, he first attempted to contest under the APC for senatorial election, and he was unfairly denied. We all saw it. They didn't give him ticket. They rigged him out, and he left that party for PDP, who welcomed him with all joy, and he defeated them at the general election.
Mishori welcomed him with all joy.
The PDP welcomed the PDP welcomed him with all joy.
Mishori at the time had the structure of the PDP, right?
Omishore was one of the leaders of the PDP. Don't forget that it was just the post period of Ademola Sheriff, McAfee, power tussle in the PDP. So at that time, even myself that I'm talking, I knew where I belonged at that time. Everybody fused behind Adeleke at that time. It was not just Omishore. Everybody in PDP fused behind Adeleke.
Did he provoke Omishore?
Provocation how?
What forced Omishore out of PDP?
Well, to be candid to you, Omishore was a leader of the PDP. He wanted to be governor in 2011 before the appeal court in Ibadan sacked the PDP administration and installed Rauf Aregbesola of the AC. Now, the election of 2011 could not hold again due to constitutional, prohibition. By 2014, Iyiola Omishore was the flag bearer of the PDP, but he could not win. And in record, his loss in that year was the most significant loss any politician have suffered in Osun. It was 100,000 deficit of loss, vote margin between Rauf Aregbesola and Iyiola Omishore. By 2018, after Ademola Adeleke had become a senator, and there was this, ray of light suggestive that Adeleke could contest governorship. Senator Yola Omishore had no fight with the Adelekes, but he could not withstand their strength.
Their strength.
Yes.
Their financial muscle. Their political muscle.
I was in the game. I saw it all. No, they will not report the account to me. I witnessed it. You understand? The 2014 struggle, I was in the struggle. The 2018 struggle, I witnessed it directly. Otunba Yola did not wait until any contest could surface before he went to SDP because of the level of acceptability of the Adelekes in Osun politics. So he went to SDP, he contested with us, he could not do much in that election. Adeleke had close to 400,000 votes in that election. Yes, in that election. So at the end of the day, what is it called? Adeleke won the first ballot. By the arranged second ballot, they frustrated the voters, never allowed people to vote. Eventually, they declare APC just by less than, I think, 500 votes margin.
Omishore backed APC in Ife.
Yes, they announced Oyetola with a less than 500,000 votes with the backing of Iyola Omishore.
It was like payback time for Omishore to deal with Adeleke.
What was Adeleke's offense?
He grabbed the PDP from him.
You see, democracy is about competition.
It's also about grabbing, right?
If you don't wait to be competed with, you will answer for the liability. Senator Yola Omishore didn't even wait for the contest. It wasn't that he contested the primary and he lost. Don't forget that he used to contest primary. He contested primary. He obtained form. Even back in the days in 2003, when the senior Adeleke was also in the primary race, along the line, didn't wait to contest that election before they swap senatorial form for him. But what we are saying is that by 2018, after he had defected to SDP and he lost that election, I want to use the right language. He joined forces with the oppressor of the people. Yes. And that was part of the reason why Otunba Yola Omishore, with profound respect to him, because he was our Oga, with profound respect to him, that is one sin he committed against the people, especially the workforce of Osun State, that they have not forgiven till today. The vote he got under SDP, about 128,000 votes, were practically civil servant vote and pensioners who believed in him. Those you saw who voted for Adeleke, the over 390-something votes, the 390-something votes, are the people, the electorate. The vote that Oyetola had in that year was what they could, mop up with their federal might, with their, sitting government advantage. You understand? So immediately, Iyola Omishore recorded the 128,000 votes. Just 1 week after, he did not look back on the people who voted him, who supported him, before he traded with the Oyetola people. Until tomorrow, the staffers in Osun State are not happy that he traded them. He was given some cabinet slot, commissioner slot, special advisor slot. But where has that landed him today? The same Oyetola betrayed him in this 2025 that is running out.
Is that betrayal or democracy?
Distinguished Iyola Omishore said on national television himself that he was used and dumped.
Used
and dumped by Oyetola. Practically, the issue of Adeleke coming to APC that you stated, Omishore went on national TV to say that Oyetola was begging him to frustrate Adeleke not to come to APC. That he was phoning him under pressure to beg him that there will be problem if Adeleke should come to APC. I didn't say this. Omishore said this. And at the end of the day, Iyola Omishore played his own part by moving from one station to the other, passing insult against an innocent man, this and that. At the end of the day, Oyetola had another game, as confessed by Omishore. Omishore named the APC candidate for 2026 election Ilaki. Omishore named him Ilaki.
So they all ganged up to frustrate the intention of Adeleke moving into the APC. That's the point you're making.
Because God has another plan for Adeleke to continue to serve the Osun people. Osun people never wanted it. So their prayer was answered.
He wanted it. We have established that point.
You see, Adeleke will not do what the Osun people will not approve of. That is his strength. Why the people love him. Anything he does, be rest assured that he has extracted the commitment of the people.
You know, he visited the president with his brother, DJ Adeleke.
And the music icon.
Davido.
Yes.
What was that visit about?
You know, it was during Salana. The president is the president and leader of the nation. As under normal circumstance, we should not even be debating that visitation. This is a constitutional order. A governor has right to meet with his president at any given time. He may have gone to brief him on matters of the state. They were there on Salah to facilitate with the father of the nation. And that's all. That was all.
That was all.
That was all.
Not to negotiate his movement into the APC.
No. I don't think so. If it was to negotiate, His Excellency Ademola Adeleke is no enemy to anybody. You know, in the villa, people love him. He loves people likewise. Don't forget that the First Lady and the governor used to be old colleagues in the Senate. They were in the Senate together. So if at all a lobby will come in, such a mother of the nation could have been the agent or something. So the president and the governor met in Lagos on matters of governance and to felicitate with the president.
What we are seeing in Osun now is that even those who won election on the platform of the PDP that Adeleke leads or that Adeleke led in Osun even left the PDP before Adeleke. Why?
Well, that is the nature of human being. People, politicians. One of our leaders once said that dogs are loyal than many politicians. If you feed a dog for 3 days, it will show you love and allegiance for perhaps 3 months, if not 3 years. But feed a human being for 1 year, and you are not able to feed him for 1 day, he's gone to another, station where there is food. These people who defected, in any case, we should analyze it that they are a minority, because the majority people still stand resolute with the government.
We're talking about senators and members of House of Representatives.
What is their fraction?
These are also leaders in their own right.
What is their fraction, my brother? We have 26 lawmakers at the state level. 25 of them who are voted under PDP are still intact till today.
They are still in PDP?
They are very, very intact till today.
Still in PDP?
They are loyal to the governor.
Wait, are they still in PDP?
Yes, they are PDP members.
When are they moving to Accord?
They are emphasizing it that everything that the governor does, they are with him all the way.
Why did the governor leave the PDP for the Accord?
Well, is it the wisdom of His Excellency the governor to leave the PDP will be better appreciated now that INEC has come out to paste the names of successful candidates in the Ekiti coming election. Unfortunately, the PDP has been excluded. Perhaps the same fate will have befell anyone that's tried to stand election under PDP in Osun State.
What was wrong with the PDP?
Of course, the party is bedridden as a result of, internal crisis orchestrated by wearing fashions. You know yourself. The governor tried as much as he could to make sure he mended defense by bringing people together. He went around. Don't forget, His Excellency went to Ondo State as chairman of campaign. He's so passionate. He was so passionate about PDP, and he never took the law for granted. Even at the point of defecting or crossing to accord, he still said that he had no problem with the PDP, only for the crisis that happened, because the party has done so well to us and for us. It offered us platform in 2017, offered us platform in 2018, offered us platform in 2022. What more can we bargain for?
So PDP is a house on fire.
Well, who is the national chairman today? It's a subject of controversy being tried to be sorted out at the law court.
Was Adeleke part of the problem in the PDP?
We are never part of the problem. We are never part of. Everybody, both sides of the divide know that Adeleke wanted peace. So, you see, the Osun people, and there was a deadline. In fact, if you come to Osun State, an average Osun person is aware of the political evolution and the window period, that they daily sing it into the ears of the governor, that don't forget the deadline, don't forget the deadline. That time, it was December 15. Everywhere the governor went to, they are always shouting, December 15, governor, don't be caught unaware, because people want him to continue till 2030. And the man did not do it in isolation. He invited the stakeholders, invited all the leaders, invited chairmen, National Assembly caucus, State Assembly caucus, everybody, market women for that matter. And they all approved that it was time for him to move. And he moved. Before he moved, you said the other time, that why the choice of Accord? Of course, Accord is a party without blemish. He went through the rudiment of scrutiny before we could zero down an Accord. Don't forget that the former governor in Osun State, Prince Oyinlola Olagunsoye, also consented to the Accord idea at one radio station I will not mention here. He was the first person to give hint that Accord will be better. And that was what Adeleke did, because his joining Accord is a product of consultation.
Why didn't he go to ADC?
Well,
he supported Atiku in the last presidential election. So Atiku was his man. And Atiku is in ADC. Some were expecting it.
Well, Atiku left the PDP long time ago. Atiku, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar left the PDP long time ago, before the governor. I don't think their political compass still aligned till today. But Adeleke is a friend to everybody. The issue of why not ADC does not arise again, having made his own choice. We are now in Accord. We will face the electorate.
Did he fall out with Aregbesola?
Not at all. They still met quite recently in December. They hugged and they laughed. They exchanged pleasantries.
Aregbesola supported him in 2022, right?
Well, people can be very mischievous sometimes. You understand? Rauf Aregbesola is a wonderful human being who never mistakes in his political identity. When he said he will not campaign for Oyetola on principle, he maintained his stand. He never campaigned for him. Nobody saw Aregbesola on the podium with Adeleke. So people are only coming up with this hypothesis.
But the governor he confirmed it at some point that he got some support from Aregbesola. Can
you lead me into where the governor confirmed that? That is not the reality. But the two brothers, the Aregbesola is a former governor. Today, Adeleke is the governor. They are common comrades. So they are good brothers. They are sharing love. And I know that there is no problem between them. But people can come up with a lot of hypotheses. They are very good. There is no war of attrition between them. I can tell you that.
Now, the election will be interesting. Now you have three top parties: the Accord, the ADC, the APC. How are you preparing?
Well, I think APC will struggle to compete with the ADC as to who will come second. For the first position, they must leave it to Accord, because that's the party of the people.
You are talking about Tinubu's party. The president's party.
The president is the president of the nation, not the president of APC.
Remember, Tinubu has a political philosophy. Power is not given. Grab it, snatch it, and run with it. Are you afraid of that?
Election was conducted in Anambra recently. Another party won election other than APC.
You understand what happened, right?
What happened?
Perhaps Tinubu likes Soludo.
Tinubu has not come out to say he hates Ademola Adeleke.
You think Tinubu will back Adeleke over Olabamiji?
The president, don't forget, at what point we are saying Olabamiji? At what point did Tinubu know the so-called Olabamiji? You don't even know his name because he's not popular. His name is supposed to be Oyebamiji.
Oyebamiji.
If he's so popular, you will know his name.
Okay.
The guy is a lucky, like Omishore said. So, the president is president of Nigeria. The president also has election ahead. And, our election is such that the eyes of the world are going to be on us. So, the president, we are hoping, will respect the wishes and aspirations of the people. He will allow the people to decide. He's a Democrat.
Does he have any option?
The president is a Democrat.
But does he have any option?
So if the election is about the people, write it down today against my name. Ademola Adeleke will win fair. He has never lost any election in history. That's the truth.
He lost 2018.
He never lost.
Oyetola was governor from 2018 to 2022.
And that is the alibi he carries till today.
So he lost in 2018. Accepted.
Ademola Adeleke remained popular since 2018 in the heart of the people. In the heart of the people. The person that was declared eventually won with how many margin?
But he won.
Less than 500.
But he won.
After a controversial rerun election. After a controversial rerun election, the party APC, their party was never factionalized like the time when Oyetola was their governor. It was that time that some of them went to ADP, some went to do sit down look politics like late Bolage we say. You understand? Oyetola is not a popular man in Osun State. I challenge him to undergo a street show with Ademola Adeleke.
Was he the one who picked Oyebamiji?
Of course, everybody know. And this is the consequence that the man Oyebamiji is now facing. Omishore called him a lucky.
But Omishore has endorsed him already.
No, Iyola never endorsed him.
But he has accepted the will of the party. So that is an endorsement.
Well, maybe you will have to bring Omishore down to your studio.
I saw him talking about accepting.
I know what I am saying, my brother.
What do you know that I don't know? Tell me, please.
I know what I am saying. The way Omishore was disgraced, if you are to be Omishore, will you be happy?
Was he disgraced?
Somebody of Omishore's standing in politics, where was Oyetola or Oyebamiji when Omishore was, holding Adeku meetings with leaders in Nigeria? I don't want to mention it. So such a person of that standing, you say he's not qualified for election, you disgrace him, you disqualified him. That record alone will haunt all the disqualified people. I don't think Iyola Omishore deserves that treatment. It was a treatment meted against the people of Ile-Ife. And I don't think it will go without consequence. So, till tomorrow, Adeleke holds the haze in Osun State. Nobody has his popularity, not Oyetola, not Oyebamiji. Outside of Iragbiji, where can Oyetola hold a street show? There is nowhere. Nowhere.
Who is in charge of Osun State government? Is it Ademola Adeleke or DG Adeleke?
You make me laugh. You see, if you are to censor credible, if you are to censor opinion of credible people, not people who have been overwhelmed with hatred. I watched one of your guests, I will not mention name. I watched one of your guests here sometime recently ago who was embarrassing himself, trying to attack the family of the governor. Meanwhile, I forgot to tell you that his first ever paid appointment in life was given by the same Adeleke family. He was referring to Dr. Deji Adeleke. Is Deji Adeleke in politics with him? Such a disdain, such a character, someone who was minister with no record of achievement cannot be the one that will come here to explain to you who is in charge.
Are you talking about Jelili? Hit the nail on the head.
He was here and we listened to him. Unfortunately, he didn't have, with profound respect to his age, he didn't have that age. Adeleke was his first ever paid appointment in life. The Adeleke gave him. Where is it? When last has Jelili Adesina contested any election between you and I? In football, there is something they call informed mood. Will you compare a Jalo with an Ademola Adeleke who is informed, who have been contesting since 2017 and winning? Which election did Jalo ever competed in? He was minister. There was no record of achievement whatsoever. This was a man who, as a minister, assaulted a former governor of the state. That is late Senator Isiaka Adeleke, and went to grant national interview again after that assault and said that he would be happy to beat him up again. Only thugs can do that, with due respect. So if anybody will come to define governance, it cannot be Jelili Adesina. Here is a man who is not even a resident of Osun. He junkets between the UK and Ibadan. His people in Ayodade doesn't know him. He doesn't relate there, and is a politician who have been consistently losing touch by losing his political unit. He has no value in politics. Even nuisance value, Jalo lacks it. So he cannot be a credible option where he will define what governance means. Meanwhile, talking to your question again as to who holds the haze, who is in charge of governance, that is never in doubt, and it was never in doubt. People knew who they voted for and who took oath of office in 27th November 2022. How is that a controversy? Someone who is developing everywhere across Osun State. If you go to Ila today, you have a dualization going on in the name of Governor Ademola Adeleke, as one of the imparting projects is doing. If you go to, he completed Osogbo to Ikirun dualization within 100 days in office. And right now, as we speak, through the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, we are doing the dualization up to Ilaudo Kwara boundary. Come to Ilesha, the first ever dualization in history. Ademola Adeleke has done it. The people came for Iwude Ijesha recently. They are so happy. You must have been in Ife yourself. You will see the flyover at Ile-Ife. There was no flyover ever in Ile-Ife until Ademola Adeleke became governor. Under 3 years, that flyover is at 85-90% completion stage now.
Are you saying Deji Adeleke is in charge?
Ademola Adeleke is their governor. Is it a crime to have a supportive family, for God's sake? Which government event have we heard that you see Dr. Deji Adeleke there? This man is ever busy with his service to God and his business empire.
You remember, it's a dynasty.
What is Osun State, with due respect, for someone like Dr. Deji Adeleke, if you know him at all? This is a man who have been conducting his business well over 40 years successfully.
Who bankrolls the elections? Adeleke's who bankrolls it?
Bankroll which election?
Who bankrolls it? Who brings out the money? You remember, he's the billionaire. Deji is the billionaire. Adeleke is not a billionaire, is he?
Hello? In the Adeleke family setup, you may not know, Governor Ademola Adeleke is the president of that dynasty.
Ademola Adeleke
is the president of that dynasty.
So he is the leader of Deji.
He was on the, is Dr. Deji competing with him? No. So how can you say he's the leader of Deji? No. You see, people who talk people who try to link Dr. Deji Adeleke to this governance of a thing in our state are those who have no credible people in their family. They are product of hatred in their family.
Let's look at how dynasties operate. You know, in a dynasty, sometimes the most powerful, you don't see him. He pressed the button from behind.
With due respect, I am afraid to cite this instance.
Okay.
However, with profound respect, I want to say it.
Okay.
On my personal name.
Please go ahead.
Not in the name of government. Seyi Tinubu has been tremendously helpful to the administration of his father. Will you say because of that, Seyi Tinubu is in charge of the affairs of Nigeria?
No. You are giving. Let's go to Lagos. Before Tinubu became president, who picks the governors? Let's look at it from that angle, perhaps. Who has been in charge in Lagos? I know Chief Akintunde Bello is a grounded politician. Who owns Lagos?
Well,
who is the leader of Sanwo-Olu?
Sanwo-Olu, the governor
of Lagos.
In the APC constitution, like they make us to understand. In fact, it's a trending topic now over the Rivers saga between Wike and Fubara. They say the state governor is the leader of the state.
No.
And that was emphasized, that much was emphasized by the first president.
We follow politics. Who is Sanwo-Olu's leader in Lagos? Even before Tinubu became president.
They have the GAC. I don't know whether you know about the GAC.
I know about
Governor's Advisory Council.
Yeah.
They say the GAC is in charge of the affairs of Lagos.
Not Tinubu.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a resident.
Why was Adegbeshola angry in Osun? Who picked Oyetola?
I don't work for Adegbeshola.
Well, I know you know. Who picked Oyetola?
What we are saying is that it is not a crime that Ademola Adeleke has a blessed family who show him love. If you know how they have been running in their family, it's a family that you and I must pray.
From my research, that family plays this game keenly.
Listen,
there's one Dupe, right?
Let me tell you.
There's one Dupe, right?
Don't talk down on people.
No, we are talking politics.
Listen.
There's one Dupe, right?
No, not one Dupe. That
okay, there's a Dupe, one of the daughters of the Adeleke.
The person you call one Dupe is almost 70 years.
Okay. Is that the point you are making?
We have to call out with respect.
Okay.
With due respect to you.
Okay.
Because I have profound respect for you.
All right. I get the point you're making.
Now, the point I am trying to make is that have you ever taken your time to understudy the Adelekes? This is a family who built, they have the Adeleke University being run. 70% of the students in that university are indigent who are on scholarship.
Yes.
Do they need anything in government?
What is the role of Ms. Dupe in the government?
Absolutely no role other than being, a member of our family
Chief Akintunde,
who shows love to our younger brother.
Chief Akintunde.
Let me tell you, Yeyedu Adeleke is so busy that you cannot even link him to anything. And we challenge anyone who have counterfeit to come up and show forth the counterfeit that Yeyedu Adeleke or any member of the Adeleke family is linked to government. They are not getting contract. They are not getting appointment. They are not getting anything. You see, the Adeleke family is a blessing who God is using to, enliven the state. And the people love them for who they are. Ademola Adeleke is in charge. 2017, let me tell you. 2017, when Ademola Adeleke first became senator, of the period he spent in the Senate, he spent, I think about 1 year or so before he traveled abroad again, before coming back to contest gubernatorial. What benefit could Deji Adeleke get from being a senator other than to help people? Dr. Deji Adeleke is busy with his business empire and is conducting his service to God. Let us leave him out of governance and politics.
He's part of the politics. No. He's part of the politics. You can't leave him out. Even during the last election, you could see he was also monitoring.
Monitoring from where?
Yes, you could see the pictures
from the State Affairs studio, right?
He was monitoring.
Monitoring from where? Monitoring.
You could see the joy when Adeleke won. They shot the video.
If your own son becomes something, will you not be happy?
But is there anything wrong if Deji is part of government?
He is not.
Is there anything wrong with that? With his expertise and knowledge?
Let me tell you.
So he's not concerned?
Let me tell you. At some point in time, Davido, the son, even gave $1 billion worth welfare package to the people of Osun State. He distributed food items in his own name with his own money. That is the son now. With his own money across all the world.
I will be sad if Deji is not interested in what is going on in Osun State.
Dr. Deji is too busy. Don't be sad. I want to see you happy.
I'll be sad.
I want to see you happy.
With his expertise.
People like Jallo is not credible to malign the name of Dr. Deji Adeleke. It's just too minute to, cast aspersion on the image of Dr. Deji Adeleke. Let's leave the man. The man has done so well for humanity. You understand? You know how many people are on their health support? That they ferry abroad to go and get treated free of charge. People they don't know at all. Likewise, the school they built. Look at the power station he has. You know how many people are working there? That power station, for how many years will you lump up the allocation of Osun to match up? So the Dr. Deji does not need Osun State 1 kobo.
I'm not talking about 1 kobo. That Osun State needs his expertise.
He's praying for his brother, the governor.
He's now a prayer warrior, right?
Of course, he's a Christian.
Yes, he likes praying.
He's a 7-day person who is consistently loyal to his God.
Prayer is part of governance, is it not?
Well, we bless God for taking us this far.
Even the governor always prays.
That is one thing you cannot take away from His Excellency.
Is Governor Ademola Adeleke a Muslim or a Christian?
Well, Ademola Adeleke is born to a mixed family. His father was a Muslim. His mother was a Christian.
So where does he belong?
You can understand that background. His name is Nuruddin Ademola Jackson Adeleke.
He's a Muslim, he's a Christian.
How can you say he's a Muslim, he's a Christian?
How?
He's a confessed Muslim, if that is what you want to hear.
What was he singing in the palace of the Oni?
Praises of God. As a Yoruba, I attended a Christian school and nobody can fault my Islam background.
When he's in the church, he's dancing to gospel song.
Hello, I can praise my God singing all manner of song, and that does not take away my
using
faith.
Jesus Christ.
And that does not take away my faith.
Okay.
That is one thing that gives the governor joy, and it has not distracted him from the business of governance.
Did the wife of the president try to bully him at the Oni's palace?
Well, you see, that matter is left for the people outside to decide. As much as we are concerned, Senator Oluremi Tinubu is not someone of ordinary standing. She's the first lady of Nigeria, and at that level of the elite, they do not have problem. And you will see that much in the reaction of the first lady herself when she tweeted that only the people are trying to make too much interpretation of what happened, that she doesn't hate the governor. I'm sure after that event, they must have, reached out to one another. Don't forget that they were together in the Senate. And on 2 or 3 occasions, Her Excellency, the First Lady, was in Osun State on the invitation of His Excellency, the governor. She stayed with us in the government house. So we are good with her. We pray for her and we congratulate her over his chieftaincy title.
And the governor was calm.
Ademola Adeleke is harmless.
He's a jolly good fellow.
He's harmless.
Happy.
That is why God is disgracing his detractors.
Always dancing.
God is disgracing them the whole.
Does he dance in cabinet meetings?
How can he? Whatever we give the governor joy, he will do.
But does he dance in cabinet meetings?
Even when we go on site to do supervision, to do whatever, the governor dances, the people love him. Everybody can dance now. Everybody dance. The president dances, the governor dances.
No, Adeleke dances all the time.
And he works all the time too.
I would like to sing for the governor. Will he dance?
Well, by November 27, 2026, by God's grace, may we be alive. I hope to invite you to come and witness our inauguration one more time.
You know they call him the dancing governor.
We are happy.
You're happy about that?
We are happy. We are using our dancing to glorify the name of God, and that is why He's blessing us in the state, despite all the human-made attempt to frustrate the governor.
How is he coping without local government funds?
My brother, that's another angle that is giving us concern. For 1 year or so now, the federal government have denied Osun State access to local government fund without justification. We believe in the part of law, and that is why the governor has focused on getting the whole matter resolved through the judiciary. However, he's not leaving the political solution out of it. But beyond all of those, the governor is mindful of one thing. He loves peace. He's a man of peace. And that is why he has not joined the shenanigans of the opposition. The opposition people wanted bloodlet. Adeleke said no. And that's why he's maintaining, the peace in the state. For God's sake, the appeal court, in a landmark judgment, said the people who are gate crashing into the local government are not recognized. The appeal court said even if there was a tenure, they went to sleep for 3 years before coming up with a case, and so therefore their misfortune is a fate, is a self-inflicted fate and destiny for them. The Court of Appeal went on to say that the election of February 2025 and its products are the recognizable chairmen and councillors. And these guys themselves even deposed to affidavit before the Supreme Court. One Idowu, the so-called Agon chairman for the Raburosa in APC, deposed to an affidavit before the Supreme Court that their so-called tenure was going to come to an end in October 2025. The Minister for Finance and Office of the Accountant General, and as well as the Attorney General of the Federation, all deposed before the Supreme Court that the so-called tenure ended in October 2025. So the only thing they are holding on to is federal might, that they have the president. But we are pleading with His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to again allow the rule of law to come to implementation, knowing fully well that he himself fought this kind of battle in Lagos when President Olusegun Obasanjo was around, and he won that. He conquered that war, so it cannot be under his watch that this kind of punishment will be meted against a democratically elected
But there have been
government.
Supreme Court government judgment against.
No.
Recently, the Supreme Court threw away.
Don't misquote the court.
Okay.
The Supreme Court never said, the local government belonged to the APC. No. What the Supreme Court said was that the Attorney General of Osun State does not have locus to sue on behalf of the local government, that the local government are suable entities themselves, that they can sue on their name. And because of that, he said the case is struck out. However, the merit of the case was not entered to. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court said they lampooned the Attorney General of the Federation in that judgment.
So why is the president telling local government
let me tell you this. They lampooned the Attorney General of Lateef Fagbemi SAN, with due respect, that his hands are not clean. That was the statement of the Supreme Court, that his hands are not clean in this matter. And they said to the extent that the federal government lacks power to seize the fund in the first place, and they joined the federal government to redirect the fund to the local government. Come to understand it. The APC illegal guys going to the council are going there without a director of finance who is a career person, without the council manager who is a career person, without the head of local government administration who is the direct person.
Because Noge is on strike.
And by law, these are the people who are signatory to the account.
Why did Noge go on strike?
Noge did not want his own members to be, fried like a goat in the war of politician.
But they've called off the strike.
They will resume by January 5, but they are calling for, they have written the security people, to do the needful. So this issue of local government, the guys parading themselves under the banner of APC are illegal occupants. I mean, the first
they are occupying the secretariat
illegally, because in the first instance, government money are not to be paid into private hands or account. There are no DF, no HLA, no council manager. So how will they spend money, for God's sake?
Now that the council workers are resuming on Monday, the 5th of January, perhaps they will get their money.
Well, the Nogre people are resuming on the 5th of January, but they have written to all security agencies to ensure that, the needful are done. These guys, they are not above the law.
Are they working for Ademola Adeleke, according to the APC?
No, they said they are afraid to be slaughtered like ram by the APC people. That's the fear they have.
The APC slaughters people?
You don't get it. There was crisis the other time, whereby the APC was killing PDP members in the council. That was what...
And the APC says PDP was killing APC
members. Politician counter...
You are one of them.
Claim and counter claim.
So who do we believe? Should I believe you?
We have record of people they killed. For God's sake, they kill people in Irewole, they kill people in Bolu Aduro, kill people...
Do you know those who killed people?
The APC members killed people.
Have you arrested them?
That is one of the dilemma we have.
The governor is the chief security officer.
The commissioner of police is answerable to the inspector general of police, unfortunately. And this is why we commend the president for looking into the issue of state policing. It's been very, very challenging. A situation whereby you identify criminals who committed offense and the police refuses to do the needful of arrest.
You've identified them.
People know them. People wrote petition, for God's sake. People wrote petition. When you write petition and petition is not worked upon, and your rival writes petition no matter how fictitious, police is everywhere. You know there is issue, but God will see us through.
The federal government is bullying the state government, right?
Well, I think characters in the federal government are dropping the name of the president to punish the people of Osun State, but God is on the throne.
You are the head of the Bureau of Social Services.
Yes, to the glory of God.
How is work going?
We bless God. The last 3 years have been wonderful. We thank God and we appreciate the benevolence of His Excellency Governor Asiwaju Ademola Adeleke, who has given us the free hand to operate. We are working and we are delivering. The onus on us is to do supervision and monitoring exercises to ensure that investment of government are justified and the people can really have services as envisioned by the governor. We are running well. We are in the area where we observe lapses. We do not hesitate to call attention to it, and where it becomes highly pertinent, we recommend sanctions actually.
And do you look forward to be in government beyond 2026?
By the grace of God and the support of the people.
So APC, ADC, you're wasting your time.
Both parties will struggle for runner-up position. Ademola Adeleke's accord is on the first on the ballot paper and will be the first in the election outcome.
Victory accomplished already.
By the grace of God. Accordingly. The people are voting accordingly in Osun State on August 8, 2026.
No shaking.
By the grace of God.
Ademola Adeleke, we dance again.
We have delivered. I have just listed some of our projects. Let me tell you, for the whole of 4 years of APC under Oyetola, they did not do more than 2 kilometers in a whole local government. Quote me. I have the record. Under 3 years, we have done over 10 kilometers intercity road in that Iwo local government. Apart from the dualization we are doing, we are now opening up Iwo to Ejigbo. Contractor is on site as I speak. Dualization is going through Iwo to link Osogbo. We are doing that as we speak. We are doing dualization in Ila. We have done dualization in Ilesha. You saw the flyover we did in Ife. We have done,
you know, doing in Ife
to 85-90% completion stage now. Never witnessed in history. We have done dualization as well as flyover in Osogbo. It was done in Ede.
You're just talking road. What about education, health?
Let me tell you, during the APC reign in Osun State under Oyetola, Osun State used to be number 36 in examination ranking. We are now in number, I think, 6 or 7 under Ademola Adeleke. That didn't happen by a surprise. It was as a result of product. I mean, how are we going to do well under the APC when workers are not being paid their salary? Something as, you know, negligible salary payment. The APC could not meet up. We are the one now paying backlog of unpaid salaries.
Where are you getting the money from?
Because we have blocked the leakages.
Tinubu is giving you money now, a lot of money.
Our money with the federal government, we pray they will release it.
But you have enough money already.
Sincerely,
from federal allocation.
Which federal allocation? You are a journalist. You know you have access to fact and figure. Just last month, you can Google it. There was a decline across board. So it's only people who are mischievous that will say, allocation has tripled, allocation has this or that. If I tell you to what extent was the decline, you know, you will open mouth. But with God, the state is surviving.
Chief Akintunde Bello Sheriff, thank you for...
So talking about whether it is road alone, no. In earth infrastructure, we are building earth infrastructure. There is no ward you get to. We have 332 wards in Osun State. We have done earth center in over 200 wards as we speak. There is no ward you get to in Osun State that you will not see earth facility where there is 24 hours constant power supply and water provision.
Someday we'll come there to see it.
But we hope to have you around. Ademola Adeleke did it. He did it. We are meeting up with salary obligation. The pensioners are being attended to. You understand? And the infra plan is going on unabated. Our 5-point agenda. Adeleke is trying, and this is why the opposition is crying. They don't want to compete.
Adeleke is trying, and that is why the opposition is crying.
Yes, they don't want to compete. They are running skater to ensure that Ademola Adeleke does not get on the ballot, because they know insofar he is on the ballot, they are doomed.
Chief Akintunde Bello Sheriff,
thank you
for featuring on State Affairs.
I am happy to be here.
We have a book for you.
Thank you very much.
It's entitled The Travails of Democracy and the Rule of Law.
I love reading books.
By Obafemi Awolowo.
Our legend.
Yes.
The late sage.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.